Okay, here a video about my favorite pocket knife, the Victorinox Picknicker. I've had one in my pockets for around 20 years or so, and recently I lost it because I didn't know you couldn't carry locking blade knives in the UK. That was a bit disappointing, so I ordered a new one online, and it got to my home. First I thought, oh, it's made in China, but apparently it means something like Confederato Helvetica, so it's made in Switzerland. So I thought it would be a proper new Victorinox Picknicker red, but it turned out this is the knife. It had a different. The first thing I noticed, it had a different locking mechanism. It had a liner locking mechanism, and I thought, well, they changed it, could be better, but I don't really like the liner lock. Somehow it locks, it snaps to this position. I don't know why would they want to snap it to this position. It also, it's a bit weird to operate with one hand. I don't like it. It felt heavier as well. And somehow the scales, they sound a bit hollow, a bit flimsy, not as solid as the old Picnicker. So I searched online and I found this tea-colored box, and this is, I'll get it out. This is the proper Picnicker. It turns out this is the model from pre-2017. It's a bit darker red, I'm not sure, and it's got a sliding lock mechanism. So there's just one locking position on the end. The sliding lock, you can operate it by one hand safely and snap it back on. This probably takes some time to get used to it, but I don't like it. It also felt heavier, so I weighed them. This is the old one that weighs 80.5 grams. The new one, the new model, weighs a lot more than 100 grams. You can see the blade is a bit wider than the old one, but this is wide enough. I don't need a very wide blade. It's probably a little bit thicker. The overall width of the knife hasn't changed. This is 15.1 millimeters. This is even a bit wider. Oh, it's 15.3. Well, I was measuring on the sliding lock, but it feels more solid, and it's a bit lighter. One thing they kept the same, I thought it was different, was the can opener, but it turns out it was pretty much the same. I can't say there's a lot of difference. Maybe it's a little bit thicker. This is the new one, 2.1. This is the old one, 1.9. Yeah, I think they made it a little bit thicker, which adds to the weight. Not sure if they'll make it, but the screwdriver is just as wide, so I use this a lot to screw Phillips or Posey drive screws. It fits like a glove. It's very good, and that's why I like this knife so much. What they did change was the size of the straight edge screwdriver, and they put a lock on this one as well. That could be nice, but I never really missed the locking mechanism on the normal screwdriver. You can see they made it huge. It's way too big. Personally, I think they've made it too big. You can pry a lot with this one, but this one's big enough. Helped me for 20 years, prying, poking, screwing, so no problem there. I would have liked if they got a lock on this side, because this is the one when you add a lot of force to Phillips or postage device that tends to snap closed, so it would be better if they got a lock on that one, but they didn't, so that's not an improvement. So I don't like the it hasn't got a smooth smooth opening as the old one. Just one smooth opening, closing. That's a lot better. They say the sliding lock is less strong than the liner lock. Probably so, but I've never had any problems with this. It's just that you don't get your fingers in between the knives. So it's not for it never buckled up on me. No problem whatsoever. Okay. So that's basically the comparison between the two picnickers, the old one and the new one. Sorry to say, the new one's going back, and I'll stick to the old picnicker. Okay, thanks for watching.